Alright, so to see everything that happened to me regarding my injury, please see my YouTube channel, My Medical Nightmare. Discussion. Those that have asked for a phone number or email, please do not use the YouTube comment section. You can send me an email directly, and my contact is on screen. It's futurecloneguy@gmail.com. Alright, so this is a recorded telephone call with the Florida Department of Health. This is in reference to a complaint I filed against Dr. Wayne J. Blahut. This stems from a telemedicine phone consultation that I had done regarding an MRI scan, or more like a couple of MRI scans that he looked at for me back in the summer of 2022. So I filed my complaint in August 22. I sent my medical records, more than adequate information to substantiate that this doctor had looked at those MRI scans and that the consultation had taken place. I made all that public. You can see them in my videos at my YouTube channel. Some kind of impasse had been reached in September 2022 with the Florida Department of Health. They did not communicate to me from this point, and simply told me that I need to send in more information. This doctor and his medical practice are unresponsive when I try to communicate. And it's kind of hard to get records if the doctor won't communicate with you, okay? But yeah, I believe that I sent in adequate information for them to commence with the investigation. Also filled out this form when I filed my complaint that gives the Florida Department of Health permission to go and get the records and whatever they need from the doctor and the medical practice directly. They don't have to go to me, okay? They can go directly to the doctor, as they should, because it's just redundant to go around in circles when it's unnecessary, alright? They don't have to use me as a facilitator or middleman. I gave them permission to go directly to the doctor, which is what they should do. But that, of course, requires that this state of Florida agency actually do some work. And as you can see in a lot of my videos, this is the big problem at this level of American industry and business. You'll hear in this call where, I get into an argument with Adam Blahut, investigator for the state of Florida. When I told Adam Blahut that I was recording our telephone conversation, which is my right in the state of Alabama, he told me that if I recorded our conversation to document this exchange and make it public, that the state of Florida would simply deny the fact that I filed the complaint in the first place. And this should be like a huge shocker to any person out there in the state of Florida and beyond. This is your government representatives at work, okay? Medical patients, the public out there, we have a right to record and document our exchanges with the people that represent us. And this should not mean that they then go and deny or try to deny the fact that we filed a complaint against a doctor who we perceive have done us wrong or engaged in some kind of malfeasance, fraud, or didn't do his job properly. And this is something that seriously needs to be changed in the state of Florida. This government agency, they're living in the Stone Ages. This type of mentality, this is like something from ancient history, all right? All the secrets, the denial, this is stuff from Germany, okay, after World War II. This is what the U.S. adopted, or Operation Paperclip, etc. This is the kind of thing that governments use against enemies. So following our argument, I was hung up on. Looks like the state of Florida may have some laziness or elements of corruption operating in this Department of Health sector.
Thank you for calling the Florida Department of Health Medical Quality Assurance, Consumer Services, and Compliance Management Units. Consumer Services investigates complaints against healthcare practitioners, regulates unlicensed activity, and monitors practitioner compliance with final orders. Your call may be monitored or recorded for quality or training purposes. You may file a complaint by visiting our interactive complaint portal at www.flhealthcomplaint.gov. That portal again is www.flhealthcomplaint.gov. If you know your party's extension or to dial by name, press the 7 key at any time during this message. To speak with an agent regarding filing a new complaint or for information on a current complaint, press 1. To speak with a compliance officer. Good morning, Department of Health.
Yes, ma'am. Who am I speaking with, please?
My name's Chastity.
Okay, hello, Chas.
Okay, how can I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I filed a complaint back in August, and I have not received an update on the status. I just wanted to check the status of my complaint, please.
Okay, just for a moment. Do you have the reference or complaint number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me get you over to your investigator, okay?
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
I'm Blahut. I'm an investigator with the Florida Department of Health. How can I help you today?
Yes, sir. I submitted a complaint to you guys back in August, and it's been a little while. I just wanted to check on the status of my complaint, the investigation, please.
I still need proof that Dr. Blahut is actually the one who interpreted the images.
Okay.
Without some sort of record signed by him, stating that, I looked at these images and, this is what I'm interpreting as. It's a he said, she said situation, and I can't move forward with it.
No, sir. It is not a he said, she said situation. I gave the state of Florida, you guys, the Department of Health, permission to get those records from that doctor, and that's what you should have done. Okay, my case is...
I do not have the authority at this point to obtain the records on my own. At this point, we're trying to determine, is there a potential issue here that needs addressed? I determined, yes, you need to provide me something that shows that he interpreted those images.
Okay, my case is an example of telemedicine. They're a medical practice, and the doctor that you mentioned, they are doing telemedicine over the telephone. I am in the state of Alabama, and there are no records that were supplied to me. They offer a free MRI review, and I applied for this on the internet. I sent in all of my email communications. You have lots of proof, so that's bull. the ball is in your court, sir, and it's to you guys. You need to do your job properly because I'm recording this telephone conversation, and I plan to document this and make this public.
You're free to do so, but
Yes, sir.
Florida statute, unless the Board of Medicine in this case chooses to move forward with disciplinary action, all complaints are confidential, so all the Department of Health will do is deny that the complaint exists.
Okay, well, we'll take that up with the state of Florida, sir. You're negligent in your duties in your office as well, sir.
Per statute, you have the right to file a complaint, but also per statute, you must provide me with what I need to make a full assessment
Yeah.
of your complaint. You have not done so. You either, even with the telemedicine statute, they are still required to keep records. So
Okay.
if you sent them something, there is going to be a record at their office going, yes, we received something from Mr. and we did the following with it.
Okay.
That is required by the telemedicine statute. So if you sent them something, you need to make a request for records to that office
Okay.
for whatever they have.
I don't have to do that because I signed the form that gives you guys permission to get those records, and the ball is in your court. You need to do your job, sir.
Sir, as I explained, at this point of the process, I do not have the authority to obtain the records on my own. No
I gave you permission. I signed the paper. You got permission.
That gives us the authority to use what you send us. If the determination is to open it to investigation, then we would be able to obtain the records on our own. But until that determination is made, I don't have the authority to get it.
Okay, I sent you what was needed, and you are negligent, sir. I would like to speak to your supervisor.
Okay, he is teleworking right now, so...
Yeah, I really believe that.
Put you on hold for... I'm sorry, would you repeat that?
Yeah, I really believe that. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I want to speak to him right now.
Sir, let me finish what I am...
I think you've said quite enough.
Sir, if you do not let me finish what I'm saying, I will terminate this phone call.
No,
That's what I was going to say.
I can drive. Listen, sir. I can drive down to Florida. It'll take about 7 or 8 hours and speak to you in person about this.
Sir, if you would let me finish my sentence...
No, you're finished. We're done.
Sir! My supervisor is teleworking, so I need to put you on hold.
Yeah. I want to talk to him right now. I want to talk to him right now.
I need to put you on hold for a moment, is what I would have said. Do you have an issue with that?
I mean, you guys have taken too long with this thing. I mean, in Florida, you guys should have some standards, I would think. I guess everybody will find out what your standards are really all about now.